Uh, Very good morning, guys. Yes, let's begin with the session. So, first, let me introduce myself and take one line introduction of yours. My name is Sravanthi. I hold overall 10 plus year work experience in real time industry and 8 plus year corporate training experience. I do train modules like Power BI, Tableau, MySQL, Python, Advanced Excel, even one of the AI tool like ChatGPT, which is completely related to data analysis. Okay, so that's all about me, guys. Can I have one line introduction of yours? Can I start with Tejas? Good morning. Just give your one line introduction, please.
Hello, ma'am. I am Tejas and I am working in EdTech.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, Tejas, you're working in.
I am working in EdTech company, like in
Okay, you're working in a
yeah,
tech company. Okay, okay. As a
like they have given me the role to design the courses and to brainstorm some ideas like whatever the new course will be coming in. That
Okay.
is with
So,
respect to data science only. Yeah.
okay, okay. So now you wanted to apply for a data analyst job because EdTech is a company where it itself has data analysis course, data science course, right? Every
Yeah.
courses having. So, but again, you're looking for other institute just the reason because you wanted to become do a job, right? Tejas.
Yeah, I am planning to do multiple courses at a time to move on to industry.
Very good. That's a great decision. Okay, thank you. And hi, Vinay. Good morning. Can I have one line introduction of yours, please?
Yeah. Hello, ma'am. Good morning. So my name is Vinay and I am in Java web development.
Java. Okay.
So
How many years
currently,
of experience do you hold, Vinay?
8 years around.
8 years. So now you don't want to do coding anymore, so that's why you wanted to switch.
No, I'm not wanted to switch. I just wanted to explore means how data
Achha.
analysis, Power BI, all those things.
Okay, okay. No problem. Thank you, Vinay, for your introduction. And hi, Pravat Pradhan. Good morning.
Good morning.
Can I have your introduction, please?
Yeah, I'm having 5 plus years experience in Java web development, working in tech. So I also want to explore this data analytics and this Power BI.
Yeah, that's very great decision. So just a moment, let me share my screen and we'll start off the session. Just a moment, guys. Hi, Huma. Good morning. Looks like you have missed my introduction also. I will take your introduction at last. So we will be starting off the session now, guys. Okay. Yeah. Just a moment. Okay, guys. I just wanted to inform you. First, before we begin, I wanted to inform you guys this is a 3 days demo free session. Okay, we have 3 days demo session. So, in this 3 days, we are coming up with different topics. And first of all, in our first day, it's all about, you know, we are discussing about everything which is completely related to a proper demo, like class timings, duration, what is data analysis, and so on. We'll discuss on it. And day two, some practicals on Power BI. Day three, we choose SQL, like different tools we used. And day two, day three, also we are exploring. So 3 days, I wanted everyone to attend the session, then take your decision, and you can enroll. Okay, that option we are giving. So let me go back to this. Let's talk about today's agenda. What are we going to discuss in today's agenda? So, first, we are going to start off like this. What is data? First, our discussion is about what is data. The most important point, a general topic, but it's needed. Why it is important to data analysis also. Then, entire overview of data analysis means what it is, why you have to choose, and how are we actually performing data analysis in real time. In demo itself, you will have a clarity what you are going to do in your future once you join as a data analyst. That clarity you will get here only when you talk about entire overview of data analysis. And course modules and duration, there are multiple course modules we are giving. It's not only one tool like Power BI and SQL. We have many tools also, other tools also. And what is the duration? How much time it actually takes to complete? Job opportunities. Not only as a data analyst or a business analyst, you can go and join as a Power BI developer, SQL developer, many other roles. What are the multiple roles you can get? And advantages of joining the course, why you have to join this course, why you have to join this course, what kind of advantages we are giving, entire learning process flow, we will be concluding it. Got it? This is today's topic. Shall we start? Huma, Pradhan, Tejas, Vinay, a quick thumbs up. Shall we start, guys? Now, after this, I'll be talking about tomorrow's demo session topics also. That's how we are going to conclude our day. So, of course, I have a beautiful PPT here, multiple PPTs I have prepared in my experience for training purpose. But I felt that if I take a plain Excel sheet or a white sheet and I explain, you guys will understand it much more better. Okay, especially for freshers or even the experienced candidates who wanted to study after a long time. For them, if I go and use a plain Excel sheet, it's going to be very easy to take a walkthrough of this entire data analysis. So let's get started. I'm just opening up an Excel sheet and I'll just make the layout 0 and we'll start. So what is my first topic? I said the first topic is nothing but what is data. Shall we make session interactive? If I ask you the same question, what is data? What is your answers, guys? What is data? What is your answer, everyone? Yes, it's a very simple question.
Collection of information.
Collection of the
Information.
very good collection of the information. Can we say anything else? Okay. Of course, that is the right answer, accurate answer too. So, people will say collection of raw facts, text, numbers, images, whatever you see, which is in the form of information, that is known as data. You browse Google, you use ChatGPT, any AI tools also, and you use YouTube also. Anything you use, if you ask what is data, the first thing they will say collection of information, related information. Means simply it's a information, the term. So data is nothing but information. And I wanted to say one more thing. Data is not only information, but in this generation, data is revenue. Many organizations does many tactics, many things to collect the information. Why? Because when that information is not there, they cannot generate revenue. It's very simple. It is especially important for organization like sole proprietor, any kind of a business entrepreneur, any kind of large scale sectors, medium scale sectors. But a business should have some information based on that only they can generate revenue. And we job holders like data analyst, business analyst, data scientist, Java developer, Power BI developer, any role data engineering we do, right? We work on where? We work on data only, right? So we are also indirectly getting our profits, revenue, salary only because we are working on data. It means data is not only information, but data is also a revenue. Okay. Now, data is basically divided into two types. One is structured and another one is unstructured. Of course, there is something called semi-structured also, but let's not get into too depth in the demo itself. So, basically, data is of two types. One is structured and another one is your unstructured data. Why it is important to learn in the demo itself? Because it's an interview question. Must interview question, especially for freshers. So the structured data is nothing but a data which is enclosed in the form of a table. Means multiple columns, like this is known as, like, this vertical thing is known as columns, multiple columns and multiple rows and columns putting together is known as your table. Multiple rows and columns putting together is known as your table, and that comes under your structured data. Okay. So tomorrow, in SQL, there is a concept called RDBMS. As per RDBMS rules and regulation, a data analyst or a Power BI developer is supposed to work only with the structured data. I mean, these tables and views. Simple. Any information is in this form, then only you're going to work. Of course, there are different kinds of data also, like, whenever you watch any news, that is in the form of what? Videos. Video format. You listen to any audio like advertisement, something which also conveys information, images and pictures. All this is in the form of what? Video, audio, images, all this is in the form of where you cannot write or where you cannot manipulate. Means this unstructured data can also help you in conveying information. Of course, one small advertisement can change your life in your organization, but a data analyst cannot deal with this. He cannot manipulate it. It's only a direct raw information a business owner can take it, but we are not going to process it. So until unless you cannot edit, manipulate, do visualization, build analysis or report, that is not your form. So end of the day, we are going to deal with only structured data, not with unstructured one. Am I clear on this? Huma, Pradhan, Tejas, Vinay. Any doubts?
Clear, ma'am.
Clear, ma'am.
Very good, guys.
You mean to say that we don't deal with a raw data, or like we don't do cleanup of data and all? We'll
We
just get
do
the
that.
table.
We basically do that. That is our work to do. We clean the data, we do everything, but that which is enclosed in the form of a structure. Even if you try to watch any video and you do, when you convert that, it will get converted into a binary format, and we don't know that language, right? So all cleaning, everything is done. The wedges in the form of tables, not in the form of videos. Got it, Huma?
Okay.
You will get much more clarity whenever I teach you what is data analysis. Okay?
Okay.
Very good. That's all, guys. There is two types, and end of the day, we are going to deal with structured data. It can be an interview question. So I have kept this part in demo, and let's get into what is data analysis. And yes, how do you prepare report? The most important part, let's understand. Okay. Now let me explain you guys. A person who deal with a person who deal with analysis is known as a data analyst. Simple, right? A person who deal with analysis is known as what? Data analyst. Now, in real time, what he's going to do? In real time, he is going to generate a report or insights to whom, a business insights to whom, to the organization or the business for whom you're working. So we are a data analyst building a report or a dashboard or KPIs or insights for the business. Now, business does what? Business looking into this report or a dashboard, they are going to do a strategic decision making. And of course, any decision, a right decision can be taken only once you check a progress, how your business is working. When you have a progress in front of you, a report in front of you, then only decision making is possible. Simple example, if I have to give you, if you have any siblings or children at your home, maybe your neighbors also having a children, if the child is pretending to be studying, you cannot gauge the performance. If you look at his quarterly report card, annually report card, accordingly you can gauge the performance and you understand. Based on that report card only you can do a decision making. Just like that, okay, she will study, it's not the thing. It's the fame and name will come with output. So the child is studying, how do you decide? Looking at the report card. Now, what as a parent, what you will do? If everything is good, you don't have to do any decision making. No changes needed. Keep it as it is. No problem. If not, you have to appoint a home tutor or you send to tuitions, or maybe you only have to spend 2 hours in a day in order to promote your child education. And the same way, a business owner also needed something called report and insights, which will help him to take a decision making. Because the data is huge, the business is huge. They cannot calculate on fingertips. You have to look into each and everything. So it have many sectors, many branches, many things have to be taken care. Business is not very easy. So that's where you will be taking a decision only when the right progress is in front of you. So once a right decision is taken, it is very easy to generate the revenue. Once a right decision is taken, it's very easy to generate a revenue. So here, what is our understanding is, as a business analyst or data analyst, we are not doing any decision making. The decision making is a very crucial part of any kind of sector it is. Even you join this demo, you might have joined some other demos also. Choosing a right trainer is a very crucial part being a student for you. If you choose a right trainer, right thing, definitely your career going to be up, right? So that's how things will be. So decision making, but luckily the decision making is not in our hands. So we being a data analyst do what? We build a report or insights and give this to whom? To the business. Business looking at this report and insights, what they are going to do? They are going to do a decision making. The most important thing we are not doing, but of course we are also doing the most important thing, because based of our report only they are doing a decision making. And once, if right decision is taken, they will generate revenue. And if our organization is in profits, we are also in profits. There would be increase in our salaries, hikes, perks, and so on. So this is very simple. The data analyst is nothing but your job on a day-to-day role is nothing but building a business, reports, and insights. Am I clear on this point? Huma, Pradhan, Tejas, Vinay, any doubts on this point? Doubts, guys? Anyone wanted me to repeat?
No, that's
You're also good, Huma?
Wait, can you explain it once again?
Entire thing?
Yeah.
So we are a data analyst. The work we do on analysis is a data analyst. in real time, what we are going to do? We are going to build a report. So what is a report and what it is, how we do? Next part we are going to learn. Build in report what will be there. Next we are going to learn. So based on this report, business what it they will do, looking at this report, they understand how the terms are looking like. Based on it, they are going to do a decision making. For example, you're giving some region wide sales. Unfortunately, one region is not doing good. There are less profits or loss. So region business looks at that particular region and understand, okay, here though I'm investing money, the profits are less. What should I do? They'll do some decision making. They might run some customer survey, understand the customer preferences. They might change the branding, color, taste, if needed, the product, or they might not sell that product anymore. If it's not working, it depends, right? They cannot get into a losses. But this decision making can be done only when you say that particular region is not doing well. How do you see? You perform some steps and build this report to the business. Understood? And that's where for them is easy to generate the revenue. Am I clear now? Huma, am I clear?
Yes, yes.
Very good. Now let's understand the crucial part and very important part. I would like to tell it like a story. How do you build a report or business insights? Let's understand this, okay? Guys, I'm sorry, the revenue spelling is this, okay? Yeah. How do you build a report in real time? Most important part, right? How do you build a report in real time? So let's understand. I got 4 students today for the demo. You did a decision making, you guys joined my course, okay? You enrolled, you joined my course, you did assignments, you completed projects, you even applied for a very good organization, and you got a job too. Like you got a job in any company like Microsoft, Google, AMD, HSBC, Capgemini, or any startup company also doesn't matter, but you got a job as a data analyst. Okay. Now, once you got a job, what will happen initial 1 week to 10 days? You're supposed to understand how the organization is working. Like rules and regulations of an organization will understand you and you will understand the organization. And at the same time, you're given access to the credentials like user ID, password, to your laptop, and also giving you access to lift area, staff area, cafeteria, and so on. And also, you are introduced to your colleagues, managers, VPs if required, even to your clients. So, this is how your honeymoon period will end by 1 week to 10 days. And when actual work gets started, when your actual work gets started, what happens is initially you were given some demo on the project, what they are doing. So there would be like if it is finance, they'll give you everything when it started, what is the kind of work. If it is healthcare sector, everything they are dealing with whom and all, everything they will be discussing in the demo. So once they discuss and given you clarity about the demo, the first step what they are going to do, you whosoever is above you, whosoever is going to assign you work, the first step what they are going to do is they are going to give you access to a place called data warehouse. What is the first step they do after taking a demo? After demo is completed, they are going to give you access to a place called data warehouse. Now, what is this data warehouse? This data warehouse is a place where you store multiple tables. This data warehouse is a place where you store multiple tables, and this multiple tables has a information which is related to your project or your client, the original information in the form of tables. So that is what given access to you, and at the same time you were also given access to something called BRD. I don't know if you guys have listened about this before, but this BRD is nothing but business requirement required document. What is this BRD, guys? BRD is your business required document. Right. So this BRD, the business has kept many key factors, many KPIs they have kept, and they asked you to build this requirement by giving access to this data warehouse. What is BRD? The business requirements. So as of now, I'll just put some blank lines here. Later on, we'll talk about this requirements. Okay. Now, you being a business analyst or data analyst, you go and read each and every point of this document and understand what the business is actually in need of. Requirement, you understand the requirement. That is the main role. If this is the first thing, if you don't understand the requirement, you cannot perform any steps at all. So the first point you will understand. If you get any doubt, you can ask your senior, any manager or client, but try to understand the requirement properly. Once you understand the requirement, then you believe in order to meet this requirement, you're supposed to collect data from this table, and this table. In order to meet this requirement, what you're doing, you're collecting from multiple tables. What you're collecting? Data. So first step is nothing but here collection of data. So the definition here is collecting the right amount of data is known as your collection of data. Whatever the required, see, you have many tables, many things, but what is the required and even required? Right amount means right quantity. Like, for example, they are looking for last 6 quarters, last 4 quarters, last 1 year, last 2 years, or even last 7 days. So, based on the requirement only, you collect the data. Right? Am I clear so far? The first point is clear so far, everyone? Everyone? This much is clear, whatever I said.
Yes.
Only one is. What about others? Not able to follow?
Yeah,
Yes,
I'm
ma'am.
listening.
Yeah.
Very good. Try to be interactive. We can continue this throughout our future sessions also, guys.
Yeah.
Okay. Our second point is nothing but transformation of data. What is our second point? Transformation of data. Now, what is this transformation of data mean? Transformation of data is nothing but you're trying to clean your data. Transformation of data is nothing but you're trying to clean your data is known as your transformation of data. How do you clean it? How do you clean it? What does a cleaning mean in terms of data, right? So, whenever you collect data, you might have come across many things like, null values, errors. You might come across duplicates, some extra spaces, all this like null values, duplicates, errors, extra spaces. Maybe if you're working for different countries, you have to fix currencies. All these are nothing but where you have to do the transformation of data. Means cleaning data is known as your transformation of data. If you have duplicates, you cannot expect the right answer. Same goes if you have errors, null values, all these need to be cleansed. Then only you can go to the next step. Okay, so that is your transformation of data. And third step here is data modeling. So I just wanted you guys to focus here a little bit. I'll just remove this blank lines and I will just go with some small project kind of thing. Let's imagine we are working for a project. That particular project is dealing with international product sales. What it is dealing with? It is dealing with international national means we are selling across the globe our goods. International product sales. That's what our project is dealing with. So here the business has kept some requirement like this. They have kept requirement like because it is sold across the globe, right? First, when they wanted to understand what is the region-wise sales and top 10 products based on profit, and also what is the customer retention percentage in order to know the quality of the work or the, what kind of the how the business is running. If we know the retainment, then only retention, then only we understand, okay, means what it is, customer is returning, not only buying one time, but again he's returning again and again. That means our business is running well. Why top 10 products? So that we can maintain the stock. Why region wise sales? So that we understand, okay, which region has loss, let's take some action. Which region has profits, let it be. So for some reason, they asked us. So like that, year over year revenue percentage means from current year to previous year, there is previous year to current year, there is a hike or a decline, like that. We are not getting into too depth, but some KPIs like this, year to date, quarter to date, what is the revenue, sales, and so on. So let's understand this is in real time, it depending upon projects, you have 10 KPIs, 20, 15, 5, only 2 also. Depends upon the project. Even 1 KPI also, it will be very hectic. 10, 20 KPIs, it will be easy. So we don't know what kind of projects we are into, right? So we need to prepare for everything. So once you join, I'm giving DAX such a way. I will make you teach you on hospital DAX, financial DAX, ledgers, sales, different things we will use and different formulas we'll explore because we don't know what is going to come in our bucket in future. Okay, coming back to the point, this is what you're supposed to solve. Now, one question I wanted to ask you guys, looking at this picture, please let me know from how many tables did I have actually collected the data? Looking at the picture,
6.
I have collected.
3 tables.
Very good. There are 6 tables, but out of them, if you look at the figure, there are 3 tables. So, what is data modeling? I'll explain. Let me keep it like this. Okay. 3 tables, right? I'm putting these 3 tables here. So let's understand my first table have a information which is related to location. Like it has what is region, country, city or state, what is postal code. Everything which is related to location details this table is storing. And my second table is storing all related to facts and measures, like where you can calculate sum of average, where you can calculate. So they are like sales, profit, cost of goods sold, discount, quantity, and so on. Everything related to measures or facts. This is everything related to location. So that's what this table is dealing with, location, places, and this is dealing with the measures or facts. And this is dealing with some other details. It has something like orders data, products data, maybe shipping data, customers data, all others other related data is there in this table. Okay. So this is what 3 tables are storing, 3 different things. Now, let's take first example. In order to meet your first KPI, in order to meet your first KPI, which is known as your region-wise sales, in order to meet this KPI, region-wise sales, what is happening? Region is in your table 1, sales is in your table 2. When the whatever you want, the two things are in two different tables or two different homes. How do you connect? How do you get answer? You can answer this question only when you drag this both together. Whenever you drag this both together, it will give you answer only when it has some relationship. When there is no connection or no relationship, then you cannot get the output. So now, if I can go and connect these tables, then only I'll get the answer. So that is nothing but data modeling. So you connect these two tables. Then how do you connect? You can ask, ma'am, then how do I connect? So these are few columns I have written, but there will be more columns like maybe region ID, product ID, customer ID, based on some common columns. In SQL, we call it as a primary key and foreign key. Based on some columns, we go and perform a modeling. So data modeling is nothing but you're trying to build a relationship between multiple tables. See, I wanted to answer region-wise sales. Region is here, sales is here. So when I wanted to answer my first question, I have to connect this both. And I wanted to answer top 10 products based on profit. Product is here, profit is here. I can get answer only when I connect this table. So you build a relationship with, let me write, building a relationship between multiple tables, having common column is known as your data modeling. Means this entire picture together is known as your data modeling. Am I clear on this? Huma, Pradhan, Tejas,
Yes.
Vinay. Practically, we learn more. We have different cardinalities, we have different methods to do. It will take time, we learn more. But theoretically, this is the best what I can give. Okay, fine. So, data modeling you do, many of the things will get answered. But after that, you have next step called analyzing. Analyzing is nothing but giving solutions to business problems is known as analyzing. For example, okay, you have 5 KPIs here. Because you guys understood, I'm making some space out of it. So let me just talk about my first KPI. The first KPI I have here is what? Region-wise sales. What would be different regions on a higher level? North, south, east, west. Right. Now, if you go and sometimes it's a straightforward drag and drop, or else you have to write DAX. In Power BI, I'm talking. In Excel, you have to write formulas. In Python, you have to write scripting, like different methods we use, and we give solution. Now, when you're saying the north is 25%, south is 25%, east is 15%, and west is 35%. When you're giving this answer, to the business is known as your analyzing. Whatever it is, for example, top 10 products, you say Pasio, VTT, Montana, any products you're saying, that is what you're giving solution. Year over year revenue from previous year to this year, there is a very good upward. The line is going on a hike level, like, maybe 18% profit. The sales has increased from last year to this year, then that's a good. So some answer you're giving, right? That is analyzing. Then you try to put this output, in a pictorial representation. You're trying to put your information in a pictorial representation is known as what? Visualization. In visualization, you'll get many things: chats, reports, slicers, buttons, bookmarks, dashboards, many things. So it's simple, but something in the form of pictorial. For example, this output, basically it's in percentages, right? I'm trying to put this output in a chart called pie chart. So let me just plot a chart here. Um, so let's understand, this is north, this is south, this is east, and west. So north is what? North is 25 percentage, as the output is here, and south is also 25 percentage, east is 15 percentage, west is your 35%. So you can see the biggest slice is west only, north and south sharing equal, and east is going with a very less slice. So looking at, see, instead of you just go manually read this, but looking at this pie chart, it is very easily conveyed, right? It will convey very easily. So any chart you use, pie chart, donut chart, waterfall chart, area chart, line chart, column chart, gauge chart, any chart, no, which is in the form of graphs, pictorial, that is nothing but your visualization. So at your visualization stage only, you build a dynamic dashboards. Once the dashboard is built, the report is built, you go and do what? Publishing. So publishing is nothing but you're sharing your report to end user. Sharing your report to end user is known as your publishing. Here, I'm going to teach you how to do collaboration with your colleagues, how to collaborate, how to publish, how to manage after publishing. Means maintenance of dashboard also. So basically, if everything goes good, you publish, or else your client first will watch, check, and give you feedback if it is something is not good. You work on a feedback. If it is good, then you will move your dashboard from your development stage to production stage. Then you make your dashboard live. After that, you will talk about maintenance of dashboard also. So these are the 6 steps what you're going to do it in your real time. Got it?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
The most important part is done. If you're understanding this, because each and every point very much clearly I said, you can understand whether I choose this role or not, because this is the crystal clear points what you do it in real time. One more time, any doubts? Huma, Pradhan, Tejas, Vinay, any doubts?
No,
If we
ma'am.
are good, no, that's good, guys. So, yeah, now upcoming topics are very easy. We completed entire overview of data analysis. Now, very easy topics, just conveying you information, don't have to stress yourself. Modules, job opportunities. Mm, and let's do some explanation about modules too, right? Yeah, we'll do that as well. Okay. This year we introduced few things as well. Let me type first. I have a PPT ready, but this is, I don't know, it looks good, and it can be fixed in your mind as well. Okay. What is advanced Excel is known as? Advanced Excel is known as your spreadsheet. Advanced Excel is known as what? Advanced Excel is known as your spreadsheet. MySQL is known as a programming language. If you learn this MySQL, means SQL with a tool called MySQL, you can master other tools like Microsoft SQL Server, Fox Pro, Oracle. and so on, right? And Power BI, which is known as a business intelligence tool. So we call it as even a BI tool, which is helpful to complete all your entire data analysis step without any issue and very smoother way. Very powerful tool, Power BI. Then you have your Python. Python is the only coding here. We call it as a scripting language. Scripting means coding only, scripting language. So little bit coding will be there in Python, but of course it's good for you to understand how the coding also looks like. The people who is from non-coding background, at least try to understand how it looks like. So that's why we introduced Python also. In Python, we are going to learn everything which is related to data analysis again. Git is version control system. I'm writing it as a VCS, which will track the progress. Means whatever you did, it will automatically track. Instead of we are doing some manual tracking, automatic tracking will help for any kind of data analyst. It will help you to do collaboration with multiple people because the tracking is very much accurate and it's automatic. It's going to be very much helpful, and most of the organization using it. It's 1 to 2 days program, not more than that, but which is related to data analysis. We are going to teach you Git and GitHub as well. Then ChatGPT, we just introduced this here just because one AI tool is required. Trying to understand how does ChatGPT will help. We all are might have been using ChatGPT by this time, right? It's evolving and it's really good. But how to use it right way, right methods for data analysis, because we use ChatGPT for multiple things, not only data analysis. Our personal things also we can share with ChatGPT and get an ideas. That's good. More than Google, it's really very much evolving in the market. But again, using this ChatGPT, how can you make your things work a very smartest way? I'm gonna explain. Okay, now let's go and understand um, what is advanced Excel. So see what kind of roles you can apply. Let me complete this. You can apply as a MIS analyst if you complete Excel, even say SQL developer, because guys, we are teaching at very advanced level, not only the basics queries and joins or something like that. We are getting into too depth like views, advanced window functions, stored procedures, triggers, and so on. So you can apply as a SQL developer. Even you can apply as a Power BI developer because it is too much depth than you think. That much we are giving. Um, then dev. Okay. Then you have what? You have Python. Python, you can apply as data analyst, business analyst, even a system analyst. Currently, I'm also called as a system analyst, but does the same work like data analyst and business analyst. So let me explain. Excel is a spreadsheet. If you just complete this, you can apply as a MIS analyst to that. And MySQL is known as a programming language. If you just complete MySQL, you can apply as a SQL developer. Business intelligence tool is known as Power BI. Power BI is a BI tool. If you complete Power BI, along with Power BI and also SQL, you can become a Power BI developer. And Python is known as a scripting language. VCS means version control system. AI, one AI chat GPT we are giving. So if you complete all of them, let it be Python, Git, chat GPT, I'm talking about all of them. You can go and apply as data analyst, business analyst, and system analyst. You need all of them. So one spreadsheet, two languages, one business intelligence tool, one version control system, and one AI. With this combination, we are starting off our data analysis. Really a beautiful combination. wherein you can go and this is what the market is looking for. We were even planning to add something more in future as per the market requirement, business requirement. So very best organized method we are following this things, and wherein you can apply 5 to 6 job opportunities. Right. Okay. Any doubts now related to modules, opportunities, any doubts?
I mean, for business analyst, you need to have a knowledge of the total business, right? That's how it is.
Basically, of course, you're right. In business analyst, also there are two types. Okay, one is technical and one is non-technical. In non-technical, they completely deal about some methodologies. They need to know the Scrum Master, Agile. You might have heard about it. What are all methodologies? Many methodologies are there. So now you guys are applying for technical business analyst, and even a data analyst is supposed to understand about the business. Even a Power BI developer also supposed to understand about the business when you're working with these things. So it's that the technical business analyst is equal to a data analyst, and I am called as a system analyst. So maybe we doesn't heard about it in the market, right? So I do a business analysis work only, or I can call it as a data analysis work only. So we are learning technical tools in order to promote the business, and you will learn about business when you join the organization and when you work on any project. You cannot see, at least this tools knowledge you will get it by doing some depth formulas and everything in the classroom, but you will learn about business when you really work with the business. So you don't have to learn something separately to become a business analyst, and that business analyst, non-tech business analyst, is different. Comparatively, this one is having a good package because you're being a mediator, you're learning, understanding about the business requirement, and you're also understanding how to go and develop the reports. Got it, Pradhan? Did I answer you?
Yes.
Any more doubts, guys? Any more doubts? Are we good? Shall we switch to the next topic, everyone?
Yes, please.
Yes,
Course
Naveen.
duration. It's basically before very less time, but because this many modules we are giving, it will go up to 3 and 1/2 months. Like 3 months, 15 days. It will take almost because many modules we are giving. And class timings. So same timings, guys, we have sessions. But apart from that, also we have something else. Let me explain. So class timings are 8:30 to 9:30 a.m. And there is one more batch that is 10:30 to 11:30 a.m. These both are morning batches. And one night batch you have that is 8:30 to 9:30 p.m. So before I go with advantages, I go with advantages and explain you what kind of advantages DurgaSoft is giving. Before that, I wanted to ask you guys, Huma, Pradhan, Tejas, and everyone, what timings is feasible for you to join?
I think evening would be okay.
8:30 to 9:30 p.m. Huma. What about you, Pradhan?
From morning 8:30 to 9:30.
Morning 8:30 to 9:30. That's the same timing. Very good. Tejas?
From 8:30 to 9:30 morning.
Very good. Vinay?
The same 8:30 to 9:30.
So because you joined at this demo timings and you wanted to choose, of course, we are having a regular session. We are starting off from this Thursday. Okay. Now, my question here is, guys, here you have 8:30 to 9:30 a.m., 10:30 to 11:30, and 8:30 to 9:30 p.m. also. Someone choose 8:30 to 9:30 p.m. That is good. But there might be some freshers, there might be some job holders who wanted to really switch the timings. For example, let me just clear off this. So let's understand. I'll go with the advantages. Someone wanted to change the timings. So you were given flexi batch access. You were given what? Flexi batch access. And someone wanted to do what? Multiple batch access also given. For example, they wanted to listen morning batch and evening batch. That is also given. You can switch whenever you want. If you want, you can go with multiple batch access. Then you have recording session validity for 1 year. Recording session validity for validity, I'm not sure, the admin team will give, but recording sessions are given. Admin team are going to provide this recording session. It's basically 1 year, I believe, but admin knows better. That is why I'm removing. And I'm also giving you option called live session validity 1 year. This is from my side because sometimes, within this 3 months, you might disappear somewhere. You join today, after a month, some reason you are not continuing, some emergency in your life, or maybe some exams you have to attend, job change, something like that. But you worried that you didn't completed course. We paid, but we didn't complete it. Come back. We are going to give you that live sessions validity. Okay. After you enroll, you're getting my phone number also. Any doubts, you can even WhatsApp me. So these are the advantages we are going to provide. Got it? Huma, Pradhan, Tejas, Vinay.
Yes, sir.
Very good. Yeah. Shall I shall I go to the next step? We are good so far.
Yeah.
Good so far.
Yeah.
So, going back here, we completed job opportunities, advantages of joining with us, course modules and duration, overview of data analysis. What is data? This learning process flow, let's go and understand with this. So, before that, let me explain about the projects first. Very important projects we are giving. The first project is finance and banking, health care, and e-commerce and retail. Across the globe, these are the businesses evolving. So that is why under top three projects we have kept this. If you want something different from this also, you can check with us because we are having lot many projects. Okay, that are the three main projects. So let's understand this is not theory, but I can call it as a classroom sessions. Here itself will complete theories, practicals, homeworks is given, classwork is given, on practical exercises we are working, notes are also given within this three and a half months. So after this classroom sessions are over, then you're getting into assignments. Each module has 50 to 100 plus assignments to be solved, and they are real-time exercises which will help you to, and if you are solving it, it means you are understanding something, and this is something you're going to do it individually. Once it is done, then we are getting into projects. I already explained we have three projects, finance and banking. Very good one. Seriously good one. With a good package, you can expect banking plus IT sector, guys, really. Then healthcare. Across the globe also, it's very good. Healthcare, e-commerce and retail. All three projects, if you want, we are giving one after the other. But project is something you're going to do it in a group. You're going to do it in a group. If 5 or 6 members from the classroom completed assignments, we'll club and we'll create a group. That particular group is going to discuss as if they are colleagues and they are going to build a dashboard, reports, and also a PPT. I behave like your client and you're supposed to explain me about that PPT. Right. So that's how we are planning it. Then you have a resume building. I'm going to give you 20 plus sample resumes. You're supposed to do it from your side. Any addition is required. I'm going to take care. Then your interview questions. After that, you have a mock interview and placement assistance. Mock interview is completely optional. Every point I'm going to take care, but mock interview, someone else will come into the picture. Before then, you should say, I am ready. 48 hours before you say you're ready, then we will be going and helping you out. Then you have placement assistance, which will help you to land in your dream job. This Durgasoft is really good at giving you placements. Many people would have been placed, many people have been placed recently also in last quarter, like 2 or 3 members from data analysis. But again, it's all depends upon your dedication, right? It's not like without hard work you're going to come up. And few people have been placed by them personally only by using Naukri, LinkedIn, and so on without completing projects also. So, like that, candidates also we are having. I hope you would be one among them. And then I'll go and like to conclude. Sorry, before I conclude, any doubts on this points? Any doubts on this point in this entire program? Something is missing, or you're satisfied with this program? Pradhan, Vinay. You're good, guys? Huma, Pradhan, Tejas, Vinay.
Yes.
Very good. Then let me conclude, guys, and then if you have any doubts, ask. Data analysis is a high demand skill with multiple career opportunities. And yes, our course is very well structured in order to ensure real learning and real world applications. Okay. And yes, guys, with expert guidance and job assistance, you guys on a very right track to become a perfect data professional. That's all from my side. Thank you. And if you have any doubts, please go ahead and ask. Then we will wind up the session for the day. After I'm talking about upcoming demo session. Yeah. Any doubts? Please ask. Huma, do you have anything to talk? Huma, Pradhan, Tejas, Vinay.
No, ma'am. Thank you.
No, ma'am. Thank you.
Very good. Other 2 people also confirm. Then I'll just talk about what is tomorrow's session. We'll keep this day one space for tomorrow's recap. Okay? I'll keep this space for tomorrow's recap. Fine? This is about your upcoming demo. So tomorrow, let's talk. The main tool in this analysis is Power BI. So sometime we are going to spend on this Power BI tomorrow. First, we'll talk about Power BI components and try to connect it with the life cycle of this data analysis. Power BI user interface. And then we will be discussing about project. Sorry, not project, but quick dashboard using Power BI tool. Okay, then you will have a lot of time tomorrow. Still, if you miss something to ask, prepare. Tomorrow I'm going to clear the Q&A. Got it? That's all from my side. If you guys are good, let's wind up. And tomorrow also same timing, join day 2. Yeah.
Thank
Shall we
you, ma'am.
wind up, guys? Durga, Huma, Tejas, Vinay.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am.
Yeah,
Thank
thank you.
you so much. Thank you, guys. Bye, everyone.